Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. Buenos dias, buenas noches, bienvenidos to all my Spanish friends. My name is Vincenzo and welcome to my channel, Fountain Pen Therapy. I have a beautiful Italian pen for you. It's from GIOIA again, which is closely, rivaling my favorite pen company, which of course is Delta. But let me tell you, these GIOIA pens and nibs and the materials they use, the designs are just beautiful. I'm so proud of the Neapolitan origins of these pens. So stay tuned because I've got a very special pen for you folks. Okay, so we're back with the pen. And what I want to show you is the absolutely gorgeous chatoyancy of this pen. Now, let me just get that camera going for you perfectly. Here we go. Take a look at that. I mean, I am just so impressed. I got to tell you, Delta is my favorite pen company, as you all know by now. But this GIOIA, the GIOIA offerings are just coming so close. They are absolutely, I mean, look at this finial. It is absolutely perfect. The machining and the polish is just perfect. You don't feel any step here at all. It's like just one beautiful seam. The chatoyancy, even on this finial, I mean, look at that. I mean, look at that deep resin. And this resin is thick. It's not it's got some weight to it. I think it's just absolutely well done. This is a limited edition, as you can see. This is 7 of 50. I'm not sure, frankly, at the time that this video is going to be published, whether there are going to be any left. It's a Pen Chalet exclusive limited edition. But I think it's worthwhile that I reviewed this pen, even if they're all sold out, just because I wanted to show you the Alleria. I've reviewed the Alleria Mare Chiaro, but I don't think it's a bad thing for you folks to see the model, and if you're interested, and look out for the deals, because this Alleria model, you can find it in several places, sold at extremely inexpensive prices. And once you get a deal or a sale, snap it up. I can tell you, you will not be disappointed. And this is a girthy pen, as we shall see in the size comparison. Very nice. Gold trimmings are just exquisite. The clip is stiff but functional. Let's see how many turns this pen takes to open up. One turn. For those of you who are sticklers about that, there you have it. It's one turn. Take a look at that nib. Isn't that nice? I mean, this nib is well-tuned, beautiful, huge, some of those big plastic feeds. This is a broad nib, just perfectly aligned. I have never had any problems with any nib coming out of GIOIA. This is a piston filler. The mechanism works really, really smoothly. Thick, juicy mechanism, very sturdy. I guess one negative about this pen is it doesn't have a ink window. I don't think that should dissuade anybody from buying this pen, however. I really sincerely mean that. There is the Bella Vista GIOIA that is a similar model, but with an ink window, a little more expensive if that's what you prefer. The balance on this pen is just exquisite. Really, really nice. It's a nice, big, juicy pen. I guess one little negative here is this threading at the end. What happens is when you ink your pen, it has a tendency to attract ink. So you need to take maybe but we're talking about a few seconds to clean your pen a little more carefully. Those things should not dissuade you from the rest of this gorgeous writing instrument, and prevent you from enjoying a pen of this quality. I don't think so, folks. Now, does it post? Yes, it does post, but it sits on that knob. Two things about the posting. One, it makes it slightly back-weighted, or not even back-weighted, it's just too big, okay? It's, I guess it's like the Peacock that opens up all its wings. It's nice, but it's a little bit too much. So I wouldn't use this pen posted, and frankly, it does affect that piston knob. And, you got to be careful, otherwise you get a mess. That's why I believe that this pen is not, because of its size, it's not meant to be posted. So the fact that it turns the knob is not the end of the world. But there is a little notch there that is meant for you to be able to post it in the event that that's what you need to do for your daily writing. So there you have this pen. I just can't say enough good things about GIOIA. Now, inside, let's look at inside. Look how thick and deep that resin is. Now, can I put some light? Yeah, there's a step there for sealing, so not an issue. Very, very nice. That's where that thread latches on, so it almost it guarantees you a kind of a sealing mechanism, if you will. It's automatic there. Beautiful, just beautiful. Excellent. So that's the pen, the outside and the inside, and we'll do some size comparisons next. Okay, so we're back with the size and pen comparison. I chose some very big pens. This is a Opus 88 Endless Limited Edition. By the way, somebody's offered me for this pen a Mont Blanc 147. Too good to be true? I don't know, but I'm going to pursue it with that person who did make that offer, and we'll see what gives. The next one is this. This is the Edison Collier, which is one of their bigger pens. This is just a beautiful pen, folks. One of my favorite. The Stipula Etruria Rainbow. This is the ST Oversize. And this is my Mont Blanc 149. So you could see that it is both in terms of length and girth, very, very nice oversized pen. So that's the comparison of the pens capped. here you have the pens uncapped and unposted, and as you can see, it pretty well rivals all of them and is bigger than some of them. But it does gives you an idea. It's probably equivalent to my Montblanc 149, slightly smaller than the Opus 88, which is a huge pen, bigger than the Collier Edison, bigger than my Stipula, and just slightly smaller than my SD Oversize. So there you have the pens uncapped and unposted. Now here are the pens, or some of the pens, posted, and perhaps my comparison, the pens I chose were badly chosen because, as it turns out, 3 of them can't be posted. But again, it's just to demonstrate to you that these oversized pens are really not meant to be posted. Otherwise, they become ridiculously long and just not a very very nice writing experience. But the Stipulus posts, the 149 post, and as you can see, the subject pen just becomes too big, I think, if it needs to be posted. So there you have that. We'll do some measurements and then the writing sample. Okay, we're back for the writing sample. First of all, the ink chosen is Peacock Blue, Hongdian. Might as well go with the theme, right? I like these inks, these Hongdian inks. I've reviewed them briefly on one of my recaps. If you want to take a look at that, I believe it's the May 12th recap. Very, very nice inks. Nicely priced. You can find them on Amazon.com. They have a few, 5 or 6 colors, I believe. So there you have it. That's that. In terms of the swatch, here's the swatch of the ink right here. And as you can see, it has a little bit of gold shimmer. It's got some sheen. It's got some light blues. It's got a little bit of purple. So it kind of, I think it matches well with this pen. We'll see how that pen does with this ink. So in terms of the paper, the paper is the Galen Leather Tomoe River notepad. And without further ado, let's do the writing sample. So this is the GIOIA, sorry about that, Alleria. And it's the Pen Chalet exclusive. The nib is a GIOIA branded number 6 steel broad nib. The ink is the Hongdian Peacock Blue. Yeah, folks. What can I tell you? I mean, this pen is just a joy to write with. Very wet, needless to say. The lines are just exquisite. Does it have any bounce? Not really. It's a pretty stiff pen, a nib. It's a broad, so you get a broad line anyway, if you will, but it's very, very even line, so there's very little line variation. What else? Fast writing. I mean, it just glides. Never had any problems with any GIOIA nibs. They're always very nicely tuned. Reverse writing. I don't like the feeling. I'm so against reverse writing on a nib. So it kind of makes me queasy. But it's doable. It gives you an extra fine line, but it's fairly dry. Now, in terms of likes and dislikes, I can tell you I have no dislikes, but I have to be objective. So for likes, the design is just beautiful. The build quality is just excellent. The nib is just perfectly tuned. The value, I'm going to put up on the screen what I was able to find as of the day of the publishing of this video in terms of prices. Okay, so you'll see that, and I'm sure there's a deal somewhere to be had on an Alleria, even though this particular model may be, I'm not sure there's any left by the time this video gets published. Likes, I guess, is the posting. Like I said, I don't believe that the posting should affect it because it's not meant to be posted. And some would argue that that threading at the tip is a pain. But on the other hand, it allows you to really cap and seal that nib. So, you know, these are not dislikes for me, but they may be dislikes for some people. Okay. Is it a go-to pen? Needless to say, this pen is going into my week's rotation. Absolutely, 10 on 10. Value, these pens, even at their regular price, are excellent value in my view. So 10 on 10. So there you have it. All I've got left is for me to sign it. And needless to say, I recommend all GIOIA pens, including this Alleria Exclusive. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a really beautiful pen, folks. And I can't stress that if you've got the budget, thinking about a nice Italian pen from my region, you can't go wrong with this. You really cannot go wrong. So there you have it. Grazie molto. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. There's a couple of reviews coming up this week and my weekly recap as usual. So stay tuned for those and enjoy your week. It's springtime. Summer is around the corner. And my golf game's got to get better, folks. It's got to get better. Take care of yourselves.